Didn't think about that, did I? Still, Castile is looking pretty broken up themselves. Go, Ottomans, go! Deal with everything for me. This is the, I thought that was the garrison unit. Are you the garrison unit? Maybe. But they are taking over Fez, and I'd rather they didn't take over Fez. So hop to it, Ottoman. Hey, look at that, occupied by me. Maybe I should go for the other occupations while I'm at it. It's not very nice how the Mamluks slaughtered me in the fight with only Tech 9, but then we have to remember that we did get hit on our discipline and our morale, wherever morale is. Wait, I thought we got hit in morale. We didn't? Then I feel even worse. It was goods produced in discipline, wasn't it? I actually try to be helpful in chat, believe it or not, says Sulup. It's hard to believe people trying to be useful around here. Oh, shoot. Well, there goes my garrison unit. Actually, it's good if the garrison unit dies in a 10-to-1. Why, you might ask? Because... watch and learn. Keep a close eye on the manpower. Plunk! It went up by 500, and all I lost was a unit from my garrison, which is fine. Of course, these guys are still on their way down, which is less fine. But I think good old Ottoman is here to help. Let's just call Canny just in case. Ottoman, please go to Fez. It's going to fall at this rate, and I don't want it to. And if I white peace out, Ottoman is going to be less impressed with me. Then again, right, the Ottoman is so in debt he'd never save me anyway. So why don't I just peace out? Because I could gain a lot of favors in the war and the land. That's a good enough reason. So we'll risk Fez. Ah, Christ, they're coming back. I don't like that. I don't like that at all. Ottomans, Fez is going down. Please save it. If he's so far in debt, why did he start the war? So he could punch money out of the Mamluks, obviously. I'd do the same. Much like how I'd get my defensive ideas so that I can get +1 land leader maneuver. And army tradition from battles that I don't fight. Ah, poor Fez. It lasted so long, but just not long enough. Ottomans, do you think you could go over and deal with that, please? You know, rather than me having to take any responsibility for this war that I joined in. Okay, now that he's relatively gone, let's go and get these occupations. Oh, I'm not rescuing Fez myself, heavens no. All I have to worry about right now is the timer ticking down on my subjugation of Firenze, which is going to be up in 3 years, and my domination of Castile, which is going to be in 4 years. And we can handle both at the same time. So I'm not exerting even the slightest amount of effort over this. I guess my war exhaustion is going up, which is a bit of a bummer, but it'll go down. Ah, shoot. Not the fight I wanted there. But my good friend the Ottoman's taking care of it. Don't forget to release Granada. I'll do that when I'm at peace. I'm purposely not coring Granada for that. Mamluks are bankrupt. See? Nobody can hold their breath longer than me in EU4. Many have tried. None have managed. Sevilla. Ooh. That is a place for trade power plus 100%. Okay. I'll take it though, because Sevilla is where the money flows into Carthage. Feels good. Feels different, but it feels good. And there we go. God knows how much longer the Ottomans are going to keep us in this war, but with the Mamluks bankrupt, we can just take over everything. Thanks, Roma, for your continued growth. It's a shame that Austria remains allied to Naples. They're somebody I'd love to take on, but Firenze's got to go first. Good. Mantua and Firenze are, or Florence rather, are rivaled, or rather Florence is an enemy of Mantua. So it's unlikely that Mantua is going to give this to Florence. Unlikely, but unlikely things love to happen, don't they? I really need to subjugate Florence. Just a few years. It's only 14,000 mammy. Look, I have subjects and allies to take care of this for me. Oh, I've got these cannons that have been sitting around for a long time, don't I? March back, don't worry about anything that you run into. Alright, Fez is in the way. Fine, I'll send a boat. I'll send more boats than I need to. They also border the Reformed Pope, not a problem. Castile managed to end their internal conflicts. They've not managed to get Tech 12, and with such a crummy Trastamara, hopefully they never do. But they've been on 11 for a while now. You don't need to be there at all. I'll get you over to Tangiers. You don't need to be at home at war, so out you pop. Napoli, damn, I had a claim on Napoli for ages and never went with it, but this land isn't necessary for me to jump on anytime soon. It'd be nice to connect my land up, but I really don't have to. Nice is not the same as necessary. Well, let's get some manpower for a change. Come on, Ottomans, we've clearly won the war. We don't need to keep pounding the poor boy. I'll take the opportunity, though, to get some spy network going on Naples and consider others that I'd like to spy on. Sadly, though, it's really just Castile that I'm thinking about for that. I mean, where else would I even look to? Yeah, there is Venice. I don't think Austria would like me taking that land, but I don't think he'd be too opposed to it. Especially if I took Venezia itself. We shall prepare. Then again, I'm working hard to keep Venice out of the coalition against me. Well, maybe not hard, but kind of working. We'll try to keep the Bretons out of my hair as well. What did Bar demand from France with Austria's aid? It looks like they demanded losing a province off of Burgundy, but it was Champagne that was being defended by Austria. And yeah, I think they got Champagne, well, they got Reims and Troyes for themselves, so lucky bugger. They returned a ton of Spain as well. Whoa, missed that. By a ton, we mean, what, that one province? I don't know, let's get a better before and after. It would have been in like 1530 something, so let's go there. And let's enjoy watching this as well. Always enjoy this. Skynet added this feature into the game. So that's what it was. And then plonk. So not a whole lot. And it's land that I won't be focusing on anyway, because it's outside of the trade node that I plan on taking. Navarre has been released. Yeah, one of the better characters in SMT4. I do like characters that grow. Truce with France is up, Truce with Aragon is up, but hopefully that's not going to incite some kind of coalition. I doubt they'd be that cruel. It's nice having all this better relation over time, though. It makes it so much easier to keep people on my good side. Maybe spying on Venice is a bad idea. But I got nothing better to do with my anything. And I don't know why I'm paying my troops. Who needs that whilst at war? I'm aware of these, but I'm just leaving them. I'm certainly not helping our traders. Oh, that's right, we can see down here. Of course, we needed that so we could go on our little trip over to see the Chinese Sea. Don't know how we don't have 100% war score here though. Is it because of Aussa and Mogadishu? Wow, Mogadishu. Not too shabby. Poor Ajiran has been beaten back. I mean, Mogadishu starts like that, and they have become like this. Very admirable. Majirteen you never normally see on the map, and Ethiopia's doing good. How about allowing viewers to use channel points to become generals and admirals? I use that for the Patreon. If you back me there, I use your names as generals. And in other games as well, wherever it makes sense. Speaking of, I want to do another murder bingo on Rogue Survivor as a weekly one shot. I mean, I'd honestly like to do it with a different game, but Rogue Survivor still feels like the best murder bingo game there is. Castile soon, but Ferrara sooner. I'm losing all my claims on Naples now, which is a shame, but it's nice and cheap for me to get them back. Thanks to claim fabrication as a espionage idea. Alright, this is one of my problems with the AIs. They just take forever to wrap up wars. With 81% war score, you're going to get whatever you want out of these poor suckers. And yet, they don't. Firenze dropped Switzerland, probably because Switzerland's dead. Corsica and the other ones are not even a concern, so that's okay. And goodbye army tradition, unless I want a general now. And I mean, Undin does really turbo suck. But... why are we 3 out of 3 if one of them is our ruler? Why are we 3 out of 3 if one of them is our ruler? It's a UI bug, says Alteran. Okay, well, we're going to bring somebody in. And that somebody is going to be Jupiter. Get on in. Okay. It was between 3 and 10 base. That's 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. That, I'm thinking, is just what the doctor ordered. Okay, and it's not costing me mill power. Away goes the army tradition, and I feel pretty great about that. Damn, that's a lot of siege to be having. I need to send over a detachment so I'm ready to jump on Ferrara. No, I don't have to. I really don't have to do that anytime soon. Jump on them whenever. We've won the war, Ottoman. Just call the quits there. Rigged general rolls as always, of course. I can't have one of my runs if I'm not rigging things all the way. Right, sadly the Portuguese want to get on my case. Nothing new. Oh, right, this isn't all part of the company just yet. I thought I would have stated it up, but I did not. Well, at least everything's added now. And those Portuguese continue to perturb me though. Perhaps, just maybe, I could expand like so and keep them off my back and pay my units for that, because it's probably slightly cheaper to do it that way. No, it's too far, is it? Bloomin' Portuguese. Yeah, it's my massive war exhaustion that's actually hurting me there. Ah, no, there we go. Away it goes. Excellent. Once this war is over, I'll start getting rid of that war exhaustion just in time to go and start some other wars. Excellent. Can't wait to see what I was rewarded with. 17 favors and a decent sum of land here. Not only that, we got some money, right? I got 2.9 prestige and 7 ducats. So we made it all back. Feels good to be good. Core it up while you can. Territory. And this is a state, hilariously. Alright, very good. And I should probably plug those favors into trust, because I'm never going to pull them into a war at this rate, but I do want to keep them on my side. I can also gain myself some fresh new rivals. France have rivaled me. The feeling's going to be mutual for a long time. Let's make sure they're not allied to any of my allies. Good. And then who else? It's probably got to be GB. Then I can throw down my... where is it now? Throw down my embargo on them again. Same for France. Where's Portugal's capital? Somewhere humorous, I hope. The world might never know. We have not discovered Portugal yet. So it's your guess, not mine. Serene Republic of Naples. Did they manage? Wait, it's election time already? Damn, we just had Boone. These things end way too quickly. I don't want this guy, he's way too old, so we're probably going to go for a military candidate, even though that wastes a lot of Republican tradition, but oh well. Or I could keep him. No, too much of a cost. In any case, it is time once again, as it often is. It's not Boone Chaos, it is bad chaos. As ever, I've got 5. You might think, why am I using the same ones over and over again? Because I want them to be able to stack. If I kept switching them out, I could just switch out things that that you are stacking. And that's just too unfair. I don't like unfair, even if it works in my advantage. Unless it's luck related. That is all too good. I also can't spell maintenance to save my life. Okay, copy paste that in here. It's maint and ants. There we go. Okay, as ever, we can hit trade efficiency, production, tax, manpower, or army maintenance. The poll is going up, and you decide what happens. And there we go, and I get to enjoy a drink. Immediately, there are people that want to kill that manpower because they've already stacked a fair bit on it. Looking at the manpower recovery, it's been hit twice. It could be hit a third time, and that would chunk down our manpower recovery by a third. Well, not quite, but close enough. There are people who want army maintenance, however, to get more and more expensive. Interesting thing is that manpower recovery is the only one out of these that hurts me in a way that isn't economical. I guess in a roundabout way it hurts me because it forces me to rely on mercs, but maybe I should switch out the ones that never get voted on for something else in bad. I'll consider it. If you have ideas, then you should direct message them to me. However, army maintenance is making a surge and might be able to beat manpower recovery here. It's got 5 seconds to do so, and it's very, very close. Oh, but it just gets beaten out by 1 whole vote. Perhaps the most tragic thing about that is that when I have a tie in the votes, I go for both of them. So you could have had both manpower recovery and army maintenance, but somebody, some kind soul decided to chip in 1 vote to ensure that wouldn't happen for me. So we go to our custom-made decisions here. We look for bad manpower, and I think this is going to be the 3rd one, so plump. And if we check it here, now we have 3 hits to our manpower recovery. So, I better be very careful not to lose them in these fights. A good question might be who won the popular vote there. Not that it matters, but the popular vote was for manpower recovery to be dashed. Okay, back to it. What am I going to do? I'm going to get myself another military candidate and hope that they're considerably younger, because 63 is way too old for a Republican candidate. 40. That is fine. They got their extra point in Diplo, also fine. I just hope we get a good thing out of them. Maybe I shouldn't focus on admin though, because admin we have largely taken care of. I might have focus on nothing at this point. But I do want a lot of mill, and I want it fast. Yeah, I want mill and I want it fast. Let's go for it. Okay, we're at peace now. That means we can do things, and one of the first things that we're going to do is bring Granada back to the map Their very existence prevents that formation of Spain, so I do like that. And they're going to be Catholic, which is also quite nice. Catholic, Catholic, Catholic. That's going to make them have a lot less duress when they take over these lands, and they will. My reconquest of Castile is going to be pretty heavy going, but it's also going to come after Florence goes down. And I bet some people were thinking, the way he's saying that, he's going to say, in the next episode. But no, I really want to do in Florence. They made a mockery of me there, and I won't take that sitting down. Tolerance actually good for us. It makes this finally be over 100%. Long plays are different. The Weeb menace must always be fought, says Dark Young. The Weebs aren't getting their voices in long play for a wee while now. They've had plenty. Let's throw down a claim on Venice, throw down a claim on Naples, just so we're in a position to do both. I don't care about more on Venice. They probably don't like that I made a claim on them. No, they didn't even know, because they're fools. We've got to improve relations, and I need to try to make sure that I don't make too many enemies with what I'm about to do. The Italians... sorry, I was about to go somewhere bad with that. The Italians I should make better relations with, because this is where I'm about to cause a storm by subjugating Florence. Goodbye. Goodbye mercantilism, even though I love it. I need my dip. Wait, do I? Yeah, because this is costing me in terms of corruption. Unbalanced research is pretty unbalanced, even with audit checks. How do I still have overextension, though? Oh yeah, the garbage land that I just took over here that nobody has ever cared about. Let's just make sure it doesn't rise up on us. Jake, your chat windows are multiplying. Yeah, I often forget to get rid of that, but there it goes now. Not too happy with how slowly that manpower is regrowing. You should be getting a lot more than 200 when you're this size. I can offset that a little bit, but not by much. I've got manpower growing here. I'm going to get rid of defensiveness because it's just costing me money over there. Mercantilism doesn't hurt nearly enough, says Altern. It doesn't really hurt at all. It used to be a choice in EU3. It wasn't really expanded on in EU4. Man. And my first thought was, why haven't they done that? And then my second thought was, why didn't I do that? No, I did have ideas, but not all ideas make it to the end result. Okay, let's finally grab that. Now I can study technology, and now I can spy pretty much permanently on France, because they have good ideas that make them consistent tech leaders. They've just got such barbarically good ideas. Manpower, dip rep, dip relations, morale, tax, natives. Natives might not sound that good, but it actually goes very well with colonization. I'm gonna bring you back here, I think. Yeah, I'm gonna bring a lot of you back here. Hey Brazil, how are you feeling? I'd wager very bankrupt because you're being torched by natives. Oh, Brazil. I find myself having more in common with Brazilians than I ever thought possible before, mostly due to laughing at people's failures, but... I'm sure there's a but to that, but it's not coming to mind. How many cannons do I need for this? One will do. We'll have it down in soon enough. One of you, half of you, and a bunch of you. And that's my 15. I swear at this rate, the only way I'll die is by superlative laughter. Oh, I'm coming for you, Florence. As soon as that truce is up, you're burning. Forget the rebel suppression, get over here so we can do Iberian suppression. Hopefully they don't tech up in the next year and a half, and then I will be able to shoot Spaniards dead. There aren't even a lot of them, but there's also not that many of me. So how about we get more of me? Ugh. 16, huh? That's a good number. There we go. Manpower hurts so much in this campaign. How can I get more? If only there was some way to invest my money into having more manpower. But I just can't quite think of a way. That's a whole lot of not much right there. Ramparts, no. Saltfish, naval supplies, tropical wood, yeah, but no. Naval battery, I don't think so. Edict of manpower, yes, that would trade money for manpower. I was being facetious with that comment, I know there are ways, but I'm extremely tight-fisted in EU4. Which is funny, compare it to the like of Frostpunk where... would I say I'm tight-fisted in that? Maybe. Shouldn't need admin where I'm going, so let's just pop that down. Money, troops drilling, slack in recruitment. Also possible. God, I barely have any. How about military leaders? Professionalism, slacking. Still doesn't get me a lot because my maximum manpower isn't even that high either. Also, that's money, not manpower. Well, Firenze, it's very nearly time for you to die. That's my favorite time, by the way. Preempt having some units over here to blockade Corsica. It used to be that if you blockaded somebody fast enough, you could get enough war score for the Allies not to join in. That was some time ago, though. Good times. Jake, if you had to choose CK3 or Victoria 3, choose for what? I've never been that big on Crusader Kings, and the same could be said about Victoria. So, what do you want me to say? You probably just wanted to type Victoria 3. Right, Corsica, you're not going to be a problem. Salzburg is also not going to be a problem. In fact, there will be no problems, because I'm going to march on in and destroy you. And I'm going to be taking it with Jabita as well. Yeah, I would just instantly wipe if that was coming in my way as well. Good job, mighty army. Could you fix Vicky 2's economy? What are you talking about? It's perfect. Just like Hearts of Iron 3 is a perfect supply line simulator. Alright, finally I can offset some of my military woes with military drill. Feels great already. And soon we'll be able to get... And what in the world was TBW thinking when he wrote this? Maybe this is well written. The many powerful merchant families of Carthage, while naturally political enemies and quarrelsome, did not engage in treasonous civil wars like those in lesser republics. Let us make sure this remains the case in the future for our republican stability. And I get 5 stab cost reduction. That's 5 admin every time I stab up, and you don't stab up as a republic. Bloody hell. And he's just given a winky little face in the chat. The greasy little bugger. Beggars can't be choosers, chick. I'm no beggar. Alright, Florence, you're going down, and when I subjugate you, I won't be making enemies out of everybody. Oh, I'll barely be making any enemies. But I do want it done pretty quickly. I don't have a way to get over to Salzburg, and I sincerely doubt Austria want to join in on the action. They have a truce, and even if they didn't... Oh, they would, actually. How about that? Still, point is, someone else needs to die, and that somebody's name is Corsica. I'm thinking 3 and 2. You guys get over to Siena, and we go and torch the Corsicans. As the saying goes, a core's a core, of course, of course. What's saying? Something me and my housemate used to say as we played EU3. But we'll quote anything. Give you the same 6 quotes you gave me, James. Alright, Corsica tries to get troops ready for this, but they don't have the tech for me. Castile don't have the tech to stop me either. Why wouldn't you land on the southern island first? I mean, that's a clever way of doing things. It's people with their fancy new strategies. Back in my day, there was no connection between Sicily, oh god no, Sardinia and Corsica. I know geography. They'll fight to the last man because I've just blockaded, but they'll also die to the last man. Okay, it's very nearly time to torch the Castilians. Don't think Genevan separatists are going to make it here. Yeah, Salzburg's existence here is a pain. There was a time when they wouldn't get involved, but that time has passed. Question is, can I get enough war score just by taking this and Corsica to force what I want out of you? And when I do, how swiftly am I going to ravage the rest of these for cores, given that I'm also on another core conquest over here? Oh well, that was fast. Sadly, that's not enough. Not so sadly though, I could probably get over there. I will take my boats, get you guys over from Ancona onto Austria, who will of course give me military access because he's a nice chap. While I'm at it, why am I spying on France? Probably for tech. Continue to claim Naples. I don't have the everything for it. What, really? I do, I'm just not claiming. I simply want more land out of him, not necessarily the best land. Especially land he's built churches on, because that can offset some of our tax hits. Anyway, point is, I'm going to get over there and lay Salzburg under siege and hope that I can at least white piece them out of this to get this piece going as fast as possible. I can punch you out of here, but that might not be enough. Fingers crossed for the Emperor to return core on Mantua to Florence. Don't. That's my good friend Austria. There's no way he would scupper me like that. Milan's going to attack Silusio. Okay, fair play to them. Get over there. It's probably marginally faster. Oh hell, we're almost there. I might not even have to march up to Salzburg. But I will put the wheels in motion regardless. Castile still don't have military tech 12, but I want to wrap this war up first. Not that there's any good reason to. Is there any good reason to? That's a shame, but nothing... It just doesn't really matter, does it? Going one over the limit. Being involved in multiple wars can drag out because I see you as being weaker proportionally. But if I can put Salzburg under threat and kick them out of here, or even just get some war score from battling them, that should be enough to end the war in my favour. I just hope that Castile don't magically get another ally. Dirt is now ours. Oh, and it has another bit of coastal defence. That might not be the worst thing around here. Get out of here, Salzburgs. You're costing me valuable manpower that I simply don't have. There we go. And nobody really cares. Vassal of Carthage, blah blah blah. And I don't mind getting a long truce with these other buggers. Wonderful. And that's a whole lot of core that we're going to get back for you. Especially if they're really lacking in friends. Manly Mantua won't even save you, and I sincerely doubt that we have to worry about Sili. Alright. Now, the real meat and potatoes of it. Castile, you have a lot of land that I want surrendered back to my glorious subjects. Let's take it here and now. Is probably what we'll open with when we start the next stream of this. But don't worry, it won't be too long away. We're going to get back to more of Carthage tomorrow. After, first we do some punishment games, secondly I take a swim, then we get to it. So obvious, says Dark Young, when is it not? Anyway, cheers for joining. Carthage will continue on, as will all the other streams, but that is for later. Cheerio.